Hello, Primary 3. How are you today? I hope you are fine now. Let's start our new lesson, which is comparing unit fractions. My babies, we know that one whole of pizza has two halves. I'll take one halves. And also we know one half of pizza has 4/4. So I'll also take 1/4. Let's go to see which part is the biggest part. Okay, excellent. Half of pizza is greater than quarter of pizza. We make comparing between two fractions. We see that half greater than quarter. Excellent, excellent. Come with me to see more example. Let's go. The first question with us is put greater than, less than or equal. We have circle cut into two equal parts. We shaded one out of two. And we have another circle cut into four equal parts. We shed one out of four. Which part is the biggest part? Excellent. Half is bigger than quarter. So we will put sign greater than. We have circle cut into 8 equal parts. We shaded one out of 8 of these parts. And we have another circle cut into 6 equal parts. We shaded one out of 6 of these parts. Which part of the two circles is the biggest? Excellent. 1 out of 6 greater than 1 out of 8. We have also another circle cut into 3 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 3 and another circle cut into 2 equal parts and we shade 1 out of 2. So which part is the biggest? Excellent, 1 out of 2 is bigger than 1 out of 3. The part of halves is bigger than the part of thirds. We have circle cut into 7 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 7. We have another circle cut into 4 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 4. Which part is the biggest part? Excellent, excellent. 1 out of 4 is the biggest part. So 1 out of 4 is greater than 1 out of 7. We have new question, which is both greater than, less than, or equal, but not in circles, in strips. Okay, the first one we have two strips. The first cut into 10 equal parts and the second cut into 4 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 10 and we shaded 1 out of 4. Which part is the biggest? Excellent. 1 out of 4 is bigger than 1 out of 10. So 1 out of 10 is less than 1 out of 4. The next one, the first strip cut into 2 equal parts and the second strip cut into 8 equal parts. So which part is the biggest? Super! 1 out of 2 is bigger than 1 out of 8. So the next one we have the first strip cut into 9 equal parts and the second strip cut into 5 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 9 and 1 out of 5. Which part is the biggest? Super! 1 out of 5. So 1 out of 9 is less than 1 out of 5. The next one, we have the first strip cut into 4 equal parts and the second strip cut into 2 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 4 and 1 out of 2. Which part is the biggest? Excellent. 1 out of 2 is bigger than 1 out of 4. So 1 out of 4 is less than 1 out of 2. The second line, we have two strips. The first one cut into 3 equal parts and we shaded 1 out of 3. The second one cut into 5 equal parts, and we should 1 out of 5. Which one is the biggest? Excellent, 1 out of 3 is bigger than 1 out of 5. We have one strip cut into 3 equal parts, and we shaded 1 out of 3. And the second one cut into 2 equal parts. We shad 1 out of 2. Which part is the biggest? Super, 1 out of 2 is bigger than 1 out of 3. So 1 out of 3 is less than 1 out of 2. The second one, we have 8 equal parts and 10 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 8 and 1 out of 10. Which part is the biggest? Excellent, 1 out of 8 is bigger than 1 out of 10. The last one, we have first strip cut into 7 equal parts, and the second strip cut into 3 equal parts. So which part is the biggest? Excellent. 1 out of 3 is bigger than 1 out of 7. So 1 out of 7 is bigger than 1 out of 3. Super. We have some circles and we will cut it into different way. The first one we will cut into two equal parts, and the second one we will cut into 4 equal parts, and the third one we will cut into 6 equal parts, and the fourth one we will cut into 8 equal parts. Now I'll take one part from these parts. The first circle. If I take one part from the two parts, the fraction will be 1 out of 2. And the second one, if I take one from the four parts, it will be 1 out of 4. The third one, if I take one from the 6 parts, it will be 1 out of 6. And the fourth, if I take one of the 8 parts, it will be 1 out of 8. Okay, which part is the biggest part? Excellent. Half part. Half part is the biggest part. Which is the second biggest part? Excellent. Quarter. Which is the third biggest part? Excellent. One out of 6. Which is the fourth, the biggest part? 1 out of 8. So we can see if the denominator is a small number, the part will be big. And if the denominator big number, the part will be small, like half and 8. If I take half part, will be big. But if I take 1 out of 8 part, it will be small part. Okay? Okay, we can write the rule. If the denominator is small, the fraction will be big, like half. Excellent, excellent. Let's see the examples. Write the fraction. The first fraction with us, we have circle cut into 2 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 2, so the fraction it will be 1 out of 2. The second one, we have square cut into 4 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 4, so the fraction it will be excellent 1 out of 4. The next, we have circle cut into 3 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 3, so the fraction it will be excellent 1 out of 3. Now we have triangle cut into 2 equal parts. We shaded one of these parts, so the fraction it will be super 1 out of 2. We have circle cut into 12 equal parts, but we have 6 parts are shaded. So the fraction it will be, we have 6 out of 12. Excellent, excellent. Now we have 4 equal parts. We shaded 1 out of 4, so the fraction it will be 1 out of 4. We have circle cut into 5 equal parts, and we shaded 1 out of 5. Super. The fraction it will be 1 out of 5. Now we have rectangle cut into 4 equal parts. But we have 2 equal parts are shaded. So the fraction it will be 2 out of 4. We now have circle cut into 4 equal parts. We shaded 3 equal parts from 4, so the fraction it will be 3 out of 4. Super. Choose the correct answer. 1/3 space 1/9. We will put less than or greater than or equal. Super, we will put greater than because 1/3 is greater than 1/9. Okay, the second one, 1/7 space 1/10. We will put greater than or less than or equal. Excellent, greater than also. So 1/7 is greater than 1/10. The third one, 1/4 space 1 out of 4. We will put less than or greater than or equal. Super, equal 1/4 equal 1 out of 4. What about 1/5 space 1 whole? We will put greater than or less than or equal. Super, we will put less than because 1 out of 5 is less than 1 whole. What about 1 whole equal what? Okay, equal 4 out of 9 or 10 out of 9 or 9 out of 9. Super excellent, 9 out of 9. Then solve. The first question, علي need 1/5 liter of oil and 1/8 liters of milk to make a large number of cupcakes. Which is more, oil or milk? Which is more? Okay, we said if the denominator is small, the fraction will be big. So 1 out of 5 is bigger than 1 out of 8. So the oil is more than milk. Excellent. The next one. Nada need 1/6 kilogram of flour and 1/4 kilogram of milk to make bread. Will Nada use more flour or milk? Okay, 1/6 is more or 1/4? Excellent, 1/4 because the denominator is small. So the flour is less than milk. The next one. Nora had a chocolate cake, while Sarah had a vanilla cake of the same size, so that two cakes are equal in size. Nora cut her cake into six sixths, while Sarah cut her cake into 8/8. Which part is larger? 6/6 or 8/8? We know if the fraction be big if what? The denominator is small. So 6 is smaller than 8. So the part of a chocolate cake will be greater than the part of vanilla cake. Excellent. Now I had finished. Bye bye.